there. Welcome to phase 2 of the raised bed gardening project. If you've seen part 1, you saw that I built these boxes out of scavenged lumber from a guy's deck last fall and filled them with some nice dirt and tarped them over for the winter. So we're about to unveil the tarps, and before we do, I wanted to get something on top of these guys so that there wouldn't be any chance of having a little hailstorm wipe out the whole crop. Here in Bozeman, Montana, we do have a little hail from time to time. And
even in August, huh?
Yeah, especially in August, come to think of it. But yeah, I started this top project with a bunch of junk I bought from Lowe's. Home Depot would certainly also have it. We have here pieces of rebar that are screwed into the sides. The rebar comes up this tall, and then the white plastic that fits over the rebar comes in a roll of 100 feet. It's pretty cheap. It's like 25 bucks for 100 feet, something like that. So you just cut enough to go from wherever you need it to as tall as you want the plants to grow, have access to underneath. What I'm doing here is finishing up this one box. We've stapled lathe on top through the plastic. I have an air stapler and a little compressor. I don't know how you would do it without that. The stapler action is invaluable. But what I did, and this is by trial and error, hoping to save you some wasted lathe and time, here's the best way to do it. Start at one end, staple here, smooth out your plastic, staple here, that piece is done. Do the same on the other end. I'm taking pieces of lathe and putting them underneath as well, and stapling them so that the plastic doesn't sag. So what I do is I put the piece of lathe up against the underside of the loop, come over here and draw a line just to the inside of this hoop, cut it off there, hold it up, staple it, staple it, staple it. You want to do this one first, this one second, then the three underneath. The middle one underneath will get stapled to the outside ones, and then you can cut the one that will fit on top of this. Doing that it's just the best way to do it. Take my word for it. It's way harder if you just try to do the ones on top first and then get the ones underneath. So lathe, you can get bundles of lathe cheap. They come in 50 pieces of 1/4 inch by 4 foot. They're cheap. The plastic's pretty cheap. I think it was 36 bucks for an 8 foot wide by 100 feet long. The plastic is just 4 feet. Cutting it down the center, drawing it out, cutting it down the center, drawing it out is time consuming, but it's okay. 8 foot wide, 100 feet long, that'll cover all 8 of these boxes. And we'll see if it holds up to the weather, and we'll see if it lets in enough sunlight to have things grow. Obviously you want the stuff that says clear rather than the black plastic, and we'll see if it's clear enough. It's kind of experimenting as we go, and we'll see what works and keep you updated on what works and what doesn't. Thanks.
Thank you, Kevin. You're my dream come true, and so are these gardens. From Dorothy and Kevin at taichibozeman.com/rawfoodblog.